wanna sail away? I wanna sail away. Do you wanna sail away with me today? Do you wanna sail away?
Integral part of the boat buying process is going to look at boats. We are in Richmond, Virginia. We are going to go look at 3 different boats this weekend. First one we're going to, like right now, we just got here, and it is a Hunter 460 2001 in Deltaville. So we got about an hour drive, and then tomorrow 2 more. So it's a full weekend. Hope we find a good boat.
I just want my hair to look nice.
For the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's important.
Yeah. I want the boat to like me.
Right. It's important.
First impression. Okay, talk.
Well, we are on our way to boat number 1 for the weekend. This is the boat we actually technically flew up here for. It's lower on the price range, super low hours. All these boats are very similar in the fact that this one is a Hunter 460. One of them is a Hunter 466, which is just a couple years newer version of the 460 with a very minor differences. The other is a Hunter Helsen 470, which was supposed to be sort of a luxury version of these, made by a boat builder in Florida who partnered up with Hunter to do these things, and they only wound up making 2. But anyway, they're all related. They're very similar type boats, and so this one here is one we actually came to see, and then we're like, you know, it's a 3-hour drive or something like that, 3.5 down to North Carolina where the other 2 boats are.
So why not fly 6 hours so that we can then drive 6-hour round trip?
We're gonna fly all the way up here and not go see more boats. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, we're almost to the first boat. Hopefully it's as nice as it looks in the pics.
In the meantime, look at this great scenery.
It's lovely up here this time of year. All right, well here we are. This is Gusto 460. Hopefully my hands aren't shaking too bad from cold. Very nice looking hull, especially for a 2001. Well, this one, you know, doesn't have a ton of amenities, but the price is good. It's got the basic stuff that we want, the really important things. Generator and AC. It's got some definite dirty top sides, but yeah, everything else just looks like it's just dirt. They got the adjustable, cockpit adjustable jib leads.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Alright, and down below. Yeah, there's definitely some crazy in these. I can't pick that up in video, but maybe.
Do you like this wood color?
It's very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why that is. I wonder if I was trying to tell if they decided to like start sanding, and then it seemed that way. But that side looks like lighter in color than this side. The overall tone of the wood I don't mind at all.
Oh, right.
It's nicer in the newer ones. More varnish, a little bit better continuity.
Right. It's got a wine fridge, so I'm sold.
It's got a wine fridge.
Yeah.
I'd rather have an ice maker. That's cool though. It's a good spot for it.
It'd be a good spot for an ice maker too.
We use more ice than we do. Well, I would say wine. You drink a lot of wine.
I drink a lot of wine.
But you don't really need it to be in the fridge.
Because I've got ice.
Right. generally speaking, not bad shape in here for the price for sure. Day 2 in New Bern, 3.5 hour drive south, and we're going to see the Hunter Helsen 470s to 2001. One of only 2 ever made. You need to say that's good or bad. Yeah. I think they were kind of overpriced when they were first made.
Straight, then the destination is on your left.
Yeah, it just didn't catch on, obviously, because I only sold 2 of them. And one, I think, was his.
I only sold 1 of them.
All right. So, this thing's been on the market for a long time, and I think it's probably just because it's kind of unusual. It's got kind of unusual colors inside and stuff like that. But I mean, it's loaded. Yeah, completely loaded. So anyway, I'm going to go take a look at it.
The destination is on your left.
On the left.
100 Middle Street.
The
Arrived.
double tree. Okay. Oh well. All right. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's very, the stern's cool. Pretty well done. I mean, not that it wouldn't be.
On to boat number 3. 2 for today, but 3 altogether. This is a Hunter 466.
Yes.
2004.
Yeah, Morehead City. Just left, where were we? New Bern.
New Bern.
To see the Helsen. So yeah, 2004 Hunter 466.
We've seen a couple of these already, so.
Super low hours. It sounds like it's pretty nice. It looks like it was. So.
Yeah.
We shall see.
That is all.
Like the covers.
Yeah.
You like the third thing?
Sure got it set up nice, staged nice.
Yeah. It's not like a big thing, but it is. This is wider than the actual mast up, and I don't know why that's not.
I like the counter colors.
Yeah, I do too.
Better.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Where do you want me to go?
So here we are in our sweet luxury accommodations at the end of our whirlwind boat tour of the northern south. We got made fun of for calling this a trip to the north where it's really cold. but it is really cold. And to us, this is now the north because we're so far south. So it's the northern south. Come sit.
I am.
Tell the people about the boats.
Boats.
So we saw 3 boats today. Not today, this weekend.
This weekend.
This was an all Hunter weekend because in our searches, as we've shown you a bunch of the boats we've looked at, kind of circled around to the Hunter 460s, 466s, and 49s, just because the interior volume and layout is just, it's too good to pass up. Plus, when I got to looking into them a little heavier, I mean, their construction is really kick-ass. You know, people have differing opinions on Hunters out there. Obviously, we like them because we had one, but they're very, very solid boats. B&R rig is something that people just have to get used to sailing it the right way, and you'll get to see whether we learn how to do that or not.
Hopefully. It's
Yeah.
not our boat yet.
Not our boat yet, but we kind of honed in on the Hunters for that reason. Just the amount of cabin space we needed, the amount of just overall space we needed, overall features. They come pretty much packed with the stuff. So the first boat was a Hunter 460, and tell them a little bit about it.
It was really dirty.
It was very dirty.
Which is fine. That's not a knock on the boat itself. We could see past the dirt, but it just wasn't set up the way we needed it to be.
Yeah, this was a 2001 and the cheapest of any boats that we've looked at.
So we were expecting a little dirt.
Yeah.
We were expecting to have to do a little bit.
And add some things to it,
Yeah.
but to get a primo price that it would be worthwhile. But yeah, there was just a lot of pieces and parts that just had that aged look. You know, some of the plastics had yellowed in different places, and the wood was very uneven, just probably hadn't been particularly cared for over the years, so places that got more light were faded, and just kind of had a lot of that going on. So we came out of that kind of disappointed, and then we went and saw the second boat. The second boat we saw was the Hunter Helsen 470. Now this is an unusual boat in that it's based off of Hunter 460, but it was a joint effort between Hunter and Johannes Helsen, Jopi Helsen. Just a few, it kind of just has all the bells and whistles, and it has a lot of the finishes and colors that you would expect in a more of a like island packet style of luxury type boat. They did not catch on. There was only 2 ever made, and you know, it was like $200,000 more expensive than the standard Hunter H460s back then. So we like Hunters, but they're not intended to be the Cadillacs of, you know. But it's a really cool boat. So we went and saw it, and I think because it's such an unusual boat, and there are only 2 out there at all, I think it's just been overlooked because people didn't really know what they were looking at, and it's kind of, it does have a couple of unusual color choices inside that we kind of decided we think we like and can work with them.
I think we can embrace them and make them.
I think I like them more than you do.
Yeah.
But the outside of the boat is beautiful. So we were pleasantly surprised at how nice it was, and it is loaded with everything, practically everything we could want to go cruise and detach ourselves from land for months at a time if we wanted to. So, and the price is crazy low. It's not as low as that first boat, but it's, for all the stuff it has on it, it's surprising. And so this is a boat that supposedly had $200,000 worth of upgrades that is now basically just duking it out on the market with all the other Hunters, 460s and 466s.
Because boats depreciate. That's all.
Yeah, and it just wasn't a concept that caught on. So nobody out there cares that it's a Helsen.
Right.
But it's a cool boat. Boat number 3 is a 2004 Hunter 466. It was really, really, really nice. The owners have taken amazing care of it. Super low hours. It's like 600 hours on the motor. And really, I mean, we couldn't find any fault with the boat. It was super clean and polished, and just not a mark on it anywhere. Just a really, really nice boat.
Nice. I feel bad that we
I know.
already loved
We already
the
kind
other boat.
of knew which one we wanted before we got there. 2004, so it's a newer boat. That's good, and they did make some upgrades in the hull and a few other things. But it's the highest priced of all these that we've seen down here, and it just doesn't have the gear and the additions such as, you know,
Dinghy.
it doesn't have a dinghy. It doesn't have an arch or solar or wind. You know, water maker. These are all things that the Helsen does have. Electronics are dated. They're original electronics. It just doesn't make sense for us because the price is just too good on the Hunter Helsen to not go that direction with everything that it has included. So we got a little interior design work to do, but that is like the only concession, if you want to call it that. So that is the rundown of the boats we've seen this weekend, and we have gone ahead and made an offer. That's not official yet. I emailed him that to write up an offer for the Hunter Helsen, and we put that offer in at $150K flat, and we'll see what they come back at. All right, so that is it for this trip. We're gonna go get some breakfast. I don't know what else we're gonna do for the rest of this day now. The flight doesn't leave till 4:45, and then we get into Palm Beach at like 9. So, whirlwind trip.
As you look through seasons that have come and gone, and you wonder how we even